Welcome to the quick demo for Pre-Select, your simple, affordable online talent tracking system. We start by logging in with your unique username and password, and we're redirected to the dashboard. There, we can see recent activity and some analytics that will help you know at a glance what's going on with your jobs. Let's look at the Jobs tab. Here, we see a submenu for Active, Pending Approval, and Archive Jobs. The page we're on is for the currently active job listings and shows whether they're open or closed. If we click on the first one, we'll see the job description. There's the title, the link to the job application, and information about who requested the job and the job details. Notice that it contains the EEOC category. That will be helpful later during reporting. At the top right, you can choose to edit the job, or if you scroll down to the bottom, you'll see that you can add a comment. You can add anything appropriate, but let's add the comment, "This job has been approved." Now, anyone in your company who has access to the job listing can see that the job is approved and will run as requested. Now we go back to the top and click on Pending Approval. Let's click on the first one. We see the title, that it's pending approval, who requested it, and the details of the job. Access to the system can be given to hiring managers so they can request a job through the system, entering exactly what they need. Corporate approvers, like the CEO or the CFO, can go in and make a comment like, "Edit the description to fit a standard category," or "Approve this position," or any other comment they choose to make. A dialogue can be created between everyone interested in the position. HR can suggest editing the description. The hiring manager can explain why it should be the salary they suggested. After everyone's done discussing it, HR can then go in and edit the job, approve it, or reject it. Remember the dashboard? Every time someone comments or adds a job or does anything else in the system, all new activity appears on the dashboard and can be reviewed via RSS feed, so everyone interested can be notified when these events occur. If we go back to Jobs and click on Archived, we can see the list of jobs that aren't currently active. Let's click on the first one. Here we see all the information about the job, and to the right, we see that we can delete the job entirely from the system, or we can choose to restore the job, making it active again. So every time we hire a new customer service representative, we don't have to create a new job listing. But what if we want a new listing? At the top of every job page, there's also a Request a New Job link. Let's click on that. Here we add the job title and all the other pertinent details about the job. On the right, you'll see that we can also choose how the application should be presented. To save time, money, and effort, we can choose to include pre-qualifying questions. These questions keep casual job seekers from applying for jobs they couldn't do. If they try to apply but can't do the work, they're discarded. No one has to report them to the EEOC, keep them on file, or manage the data provided. Then we move on to the application itself. If the job seeker makes it through the pre-qualifying questions, what forms do we want them to fill out? The application itself, of course, and we can also ask the applicant to upload a resume or to fill out an electronic interview consisting of qualifying questions that determine how well they can do the job they're applying for, saving everyone even more time narrowing down the field. We can even have them provide permission to complete a background check. And since this is all provided in a secure environment, any data we request can't be intercepted. Finally, we can provide them with some onboarding information, such as the employee handbook, an EEOC form, or forms they'll need to complete on the first day, saving HR the 4 or more hours that filling out these forms normally take, and ensuring that the new employee is ready to start right away. Let's go back to the top and click on Applicants. These are the people who have completed the pre-qualifying questions successfully and gone on to provide an application. Here on the right, we can choose to show applicants only for a particular job opening or all applicants. On the left, We can search for a particular applicant by any keyword contained in the application or the uploaded resume. Let's say we remembered that the applicant we liked had something to do with cookies. Let's search on cookie. We have one applicant and we click on her name. Here we can see all the information that the applicant provided. HR, the hiring manager, and anyone else with permission to see it can also carry on a conversation here about this applicant and even share some comments with her. For example, we might ask her to upload her resume. We type in the request, click on Share this comment with the applicant, and click Save Comment. The system emails her to come and look at her application. There she'll see the request, comply, and will be notified that she's done it. After we're done with an applicant, we can choose to Consider for Employment or Archive Applicant and why. Now, if we go back to the active screen, we can see checkboxes before each applicant's name. If we click on one of them, we'll be given the option to email the applicant to someone. So, for example, if HR's narrowed the field down to 3 possible applicants, we can click on those 3, click Send an Email to send the applicants to the hiring manager to make her choice. Then you can fill out the email address from memory or from the address book contained in the system, like this. Explain in the message field and click Send People Records. Let's go back up to the top and click on Forms. Here is where all of our application forms and other data requests are stored. We can choose to edit a current data set or add a new one. Let's click on the job application. Here we have several sections: contact info, work experience, education, and so on. This section can be designed to contain all the information you feel is important on a job application and organized exactly the way you like it. If we click on Edit Section, you can see that we can add more questions or edit the ones that are there. Let's go back to the top and click on Users. Here is where we see who our current users are, and we can create a new user and give them permission to view certain parts of the system. Let's click on Add a new user. We add the user's name and information and set the permissions. Let's set up a hiring manager, the fictitious Sue Oswald. Since she's a hiring manager, we decide that Sue can request jobs and discuss jobs, but she can't approve jobs, manage the library, other users, the referrers or vendors, nor can she view the reports. We go to the bottom and click Save. Now we have our new user and the system will email her with her username and password. It's just that easy. Let's go look at referrers now. Referrers are the people or companies who have given us leads in the past. Let's look at the first one. Here we can see the contact information and, to the right, are notes about this referrer. This one's a good one. If we want to email her to ask for more possibilities, we just click on her email address to generate a new email to her. If she's changed companies or email addresses, or her last referrals haven't worked out so well, we can click on Edit this referrer to reflect that. Now let's go to the top and click on Vendors. As you can see, we have a list of HR vendors who provide a variety of services. This list works just like the referrer list. In Reports, Pre-Select can set up just about any kind of reporting you need. For our example, we have EEOC reporting available. If we click on that, we'll see the EEOC data we need to report to the Commission. So, what does the job seeker see? Let's go back to Jobs and click on the first one. Under the name, we see the link to the application. That's the link we give to the job boards, put in newspaper advertisements, and provide on our website. Let's click on that. The applicant creates a username and password so he can log in again later. And now we see the beginning of the application process. It's very clear, clean, and simple. If you've chosen to use pre-qualifying questions, the job seeker has to be able to complete them correctly in order to be considered an applicant and continue, making it much easier to handle the influx of job seekers. If the applicant can't finish it in one sitting, he can choose to log out and log back in later to complete it. You can track his progress on the dashboard, and you and the other people who have permission to view the application can discuss it through the administration side of things. And that's the entire system. Simple, clean, and very easy to manage. Contact Robert Drusendahl at 216-226-7700, extension 106, or email bob@pre-check.com if you'd like to see more.